Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Yes, indeed, many information are really coming out over the issue of the PEPT cases, and one of such is the fact that Labour Party seem to have an upper hand, and that clearly shows that Peter Obi and the rest team have a lot to look out for. Well, before we go into the newspaper to find out what INEC literally is saying concerning the Labour Party, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to the news, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has asked the Enugu Governorship Election Petition Tribunal to rely on the certified true copies of BVAS data tendered by the candidate of the Labour Party to decide on the issue of alleged overvoting said to have taken place in Nkanu East local government area. During the March 18 governorship election in the state, it was discovered that INEC, which failed to bring some of the bimodal voter accreditation system, that's BVAS machines used for Obogwa areas in Kano East, contrary to what was contained in the subpoena issued by the tribunal on Saturday, asked that the copies of the commission had availed Labour Party and which have been tendered before the court as to be taken as valid evidence. Ediaga, who closed his case at the tribunal on Sunday, had petitioned the chairman of INEC, accusing the state resident electoral commissioner, Dr. Chukwuemeka Chukwu, of refusing to heed entreaties to allow a forensic examination of BVAS machines in disregard to a lawfully issued subpoena. Following a series of attempts to circumvent the subpoena issued on June 26, 2023, the tribunal issued an oral subpoena on Saturday, forcing INEC to appear on Sunday with the BVAS machines. No reason was given by the official that represented INEC at the court, who gave his name as Mr. Eze Okafor, for failing to tender the 10 BVAS machines as demanded by the tribunal, leaving the tribunal to rely on the evidence supplied by the Labour Party and its candidate, Chijioke Edioga, to decide whether there was overvoting in the affected areas. INEC arrived at the tribunal as early as 9 a.m. on Sunday morning with only 5 BVAS machines said to have been used to accredit voters in Igboeze, not local government area, but even the ones tendered were either empty or clocked, a situation that prevented the forensic expert from conducting any examination of the machines as earlier expected. Labour Party had in its petition alleged that the votes tally from Kano was raised from about 15,000 accredited voters to 32,000 voters, representing a hike of more than 16,000 votes. The Electoral Act provides for a cancellation of votes in areas where such cases of overvoting are established. Chijioke Ediago had approached the tribunal seeking redress following the declaration of Peter Mba of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as the winner of the March 18, 2023 governorship election in the state. Ediago, in his petition, laid out 5 grounds to justify why he was validly elected candidate. Among the grounds contained in his petition include alleged forgery of NYSC discharge certificate, as well as alleged cases of suppression of votes in Udune and Enugu South local government areas. Others include alleged cases of overvoting in some electoral areas in the Kano East local government area, and other forms of discrepancies in Igboeze North local council. Wow, my colleague is in the house. Want to look at this critically. How does, in all of this, the beauty of the fact that INEC, for the first time, is agreeing that they should rely on Labour Party's tendered documents, certified true copy, and something unique also happened in court as well, even though it was done on Sunday. the fact that they agreed that when they brought the BVAS machine, some of them were clocked, some of them were empty. What do you think transpired, and why is it that that did not take place as well for Peter Obi?
Well, I think they are trying to be very transparent, talking about the Enugu State INEC. They're trying to be very transparent here. But I think that's one big question that Nigerians will really, really love INEC to give answers to. First of all, when you talk about certified true copies, it's coming from your office with a stamp on it that will authenticate this document. So which means wherever it is presented, if they call you to come and talk about it, you will say, that document came from us. I okay it for an evidence. But it was so shocking that when in the case of Peter Obi, it was presented, what Nigerians heard was that objection. And it was coming from INEC legal team.
Amazing.
They were objecting to a document that proceeded from their client. How do you explain all of that? And that's why Nigerians really want to see these upcoming weeks, where each of them will write their addresses and tender it and possibly read it so that we understand the reason why they were objecting. Because when they object like that to it, they will say it will be the reason for it will be clearly spelled out in the written address. Nigerians are waiting to see what they will say about the certified true copies that came from their own offices. So what happened in Enugu State was an ideal situation. Even if we may not bring BVAS that has everything in it, as it should have been, because I feel that if, as before now, we were told that there will be a back end for all the information. That was what Nigerians were told. But right now it is clear.
Yeah,
everything is cleaned off.
Exactly.
So
that was what they discovered, that when they brought the BVAS in court, they discovered that it was empty. So if it's empty, then they had no other option. That's okay, since you have your certified true copy from us, then let's rely on it.
Or maybe this time around there was a technical glitches.
The question now is
glitches was in president.
I guess what they were trying to, don't forget that we're looking at the president. The governor here is still a governor. They're trying to unseat him, and probably for whatever reason, maybe I just don't know. There's some level of leverages he will probably be enjoying, but for whatever reason, that particular one they're bringing in is empty.
Yes.
But good to note, the Labour Party governorship candidate
had already gotten
a CTC.
And I love the way the INEC guy reacted. He said, "Hey, come on, use that. That's from us, and we can't cancel it." So I think that the Labour Party in Enugu State is enjoying a lot of things that Peter Obi is not enjoying at the national level. And I don't know why it's like that. Maybe they are more tough nuts to, deal with or something. But however, this is going to be something that will be referred to in future. If after everything, this whole thing goes against Peter Obi and all of that, Nigerians will want to refer to the Enugu State. Why did they say certified true copies should be taken in as evidence, while in Peter Obi's case it wasn't so? So Nigerians were waiting,
I guess that's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take? Do you think eventually all this will fall out in favor of Peter Obi, or do you think in all of this